Hi everyone, this is Becca from Becca's Music Room. I am a teacher blogger who talks about teacher tips, teacher life, and anything that might make your life a little bit easier. This week I am starting something new called Teacherpreneur Tuesday. So each Tuesday I'm going to put out a video that has to do with something about teachers who are also running their own businesses. So that could be things about teachers pay teachers, things about blogging, things about YouTubing, things about productivity and time management, just anything that has to do with teacherpreneurs or edupreneurs or whatever you want to call it. If you have an idea for something that would be a good video or a question that you have, please leave it down below in the comment section so that I know what you would like to know. Also, if you find this video helpful, please share and like so that I know to make more and to help other people find it as well. Today I'm going to talk about the things that I learned on my first month of Teachers Pay Teachers. So just a little bit of background, I started Becca's Music Room, my blog, about a year ago now. So it's been up and running for it was September when I first purchased my web address and started my blog, and I know that because I just had to pay the annual renewal. Since it had been a year now, I was kind of looking at what I wanted to do next, and I decided that I would like to try Teachers Pay Teachers. It was totally new to me and I had no idea what I was doing. I don't know anyone who's on Teachers Pay Teachers, so I basically just did some research, set up my account, and started going for it. I found some things that helped me out in my journey, but I really feel like there wasn't quite enough help. So I want to add some more help to the Teachers Pay Teachers community and see if we can maybe help spread the love and figure things out. So I have 7 things that I learned during my first month of Teachers Pay Teachers. Now it's been a little while after. I'm filming this on October 12th. It will not come out on that day, but I started my Teachers Pay Teachers in September. Basically the whole month of September was my first month. And I have 7 things that I have narrowed it down to that I have learned, and I'll go more in depth into some of these in future videos. But first off, I wanted to give you some statistics. I feel like I did not know what to expect when I started Teachers Pay Teachers because I didn't have enough other people on the platform who were being very transparent with their businesses and letting us know what to expect. What I mean by that is when I started blogging, I would read like blogging income reports, and people would share about how they gained subscribers, and they would talk about how many they had. I haven't found anything like that from Teachers Pay Teachers. If you have found some, please leave the links in the comments below so that I can go and watch them, because I'm still really curious as to, how people perform and what their tips are for performing better. But I wanted to be very transparent with my first month and let you know just kind of what to expect. This goes through number 1. My first tip is that Teachers Pay Teachers goes slowly. You definitely do not expect to become a millionaire overnight. Now, there's a lot of factors that go into how much money you make on Teachers Pay Teachers, like how many products you have and how many things you have ready and your quality and also your niche, because there are some things people are looking for more than others. But overall, just don't expect instantaneous success. In my first month in Teachers Pay Teachers, I created 7 products throughout the month, and 3 of them were free. So I only got paid for 4 of them. Those 4 products sold enough times that I sold $17 worth of merchandise, which is pretty good when most of your things are $2 and $3. However, because of the Teachers Pay Teachers fees, I only got to keep $7.25. Yeah. Now, I will say there's 2 different sellers. There's the basic seller and then there's the premium seller. And the basic seller is free, but they take more of a percentage out of how much you receive. And the premium seller, they give you more of a percentage, but you have to pay $60 to do it. I am all for investing money in my company, but because I had literally just paid my website renewal and my hosting renewal, I just did not have $60 to spend on it yet. So my plan is to wait until I make $60 and then I'm going to purchase the premium membership. and then I will get to retain a lot more of my money. Of course, it's much better to do it just right off the bat, but this is what needed to happen in my business, so that's what's happening. Number 2 goes a little bit along with that. If you are a basic seller, if your products are less than $3, Teachers Pay Teachers actually makes more money than you do. Yeah, you heard that right. If you sell something for $2 or $2.50 or $1, Teachers Pay Teachers keeps more money than you do. I was so mad the first time I sold one of my rhythm card sets for $2, and I looked at the fees and I only got like 80 cents and they were keeping $1.20, and I was like, you have got to be kidding me. The reason is because with a basic seller, you have, I think it's 60% is what you get to keep. So Teachers Pay Teachers gets 40%. Plus they take a processing fee of 30 cents. Now, 30 cents on a $10 bundle is not a big deal, but 30 cents on a $2 product is a pretty big deal. So bear that in mind while you're pricing your products. $3 is a pretty good starting point. Now, if you go and look, I do have some things that are cheaper than that. Some of them because I didn't realize, like with my rhythm cards, and some of them because I just didn't think they were worth $3. I have a couple things in there that are only like 1 or 2 pages, and so I only price them at like $1.50 or something like that because they weren't worth $3, but I did that aware that I'm not gonna make a lot of money off of them. So while you're pricing products, think about how much money you're actually going to get from them and make sure that is a decent amount that you feel good about. Number 3, your first product must be free. Now, I am all about free content. I give out content for free here on YouTube and also on my blog. I blog every week to give people lots of free access to good materials. But when I first started Teachers Pay Teachers, I made my first product and I had to learn how to do everything. I had to go download all this stuff and it took me hours. Like it took forever. I'm not gonna lie. It was 4 or 5 hours that I was working on this first thing because I had no idea what I was doing. Because of that, it was really sad that I spent, all this time and then I went to upload it and I was like, why can't I put in a price? I don't understand. And then I realized your first product had to be free. Now it's not a big deal because I have lots of products and I've figured out the process and I understand it. But I would have really liked to know that the first time. I probably would have waited until I had a couple more things lined up because you're like all excited and ready to go and you want to make these products and make some money. So I was very upset when I saw that the first time. So hopefully you will watch this and you will know that and you will not be upset. Number 4, you need a thumbnail that is legible. So if you go on Teachers Pay Teachers and you look at the product, they'll have these little pictures that you can scroll through. The first one needs to be square, not rectangular, it needs to be square. And it needs to have a big enough font that you can see it. So you want something that's pretty simple and easy to read, but also cute so that people want to look at it. The way that I have been doing this is through Canva, which is a free website where you can make graphics. But when I first started, I did not know that. I actually just learned that like last week. I did not know how to do it. I didn't know that that was a thing. And I kept looking at my thumbnails and thinking, you can't read anything that's on here. Like, this is not appealing. This is not going to attract people to my store, but I didn't know what to do about it. So go to Canva, make a thumbnail, upload it as your first one, and then have the other ones do the auto generate so that people can see a little bit of your product before they buy it. That is going to help you so much. That is going to help you so much. And I know that sounds like so basic, but I didn't know. So I'm thinking surely there are other people who don't know that either. Number 5 is to remember your number 1 goal. So whatever your number 1 goal is in your business with your Teachers Pay Teachers, remember that. For example, for me, blogging comes first. So I do my blog posts before I do anything for Teachers Pay Teachers. Teachers Pay Teachers is kind of like a side thing for my business. It generates some money, but it's not my number 1 priority. This might be opposite for you. So you might be really into Teachers Pay Teachers and use the blog just kind of to help out, or not have a blog at all, and that's fine. Just remember what your number 1 thing is so that you don't waste time on something when something else needs to get done. If you want to learn more about that kind of stuff, I have a video that is all about hacking your planning time to get the most out of your planning at school, but it can also work for this environment too. The next one is terms of use. So when you download a document from Teachers Pay Teachers, they always have a terms of use page, and I never paid attention to that. So terms of use means that it says what is okay and not okay to do with your product. So your terms of use probably needs to say something like, it is okay for you to copy this for your class. You may not copy it for your entire school. You may not send it to all your teacher friends, that kind of stuff. If you make clip art, then you need to be clear about whether something is okay for just personal use or for also commercial use. And when you're purchasing fonts or clip art or any of that kind of stuff, you also need to read the other people's terms of use, because they will tell you if it's okay to use it commercially. Some of them will say for private use only, and that means you cannot use it in your Teachers Pay Teachers stuff. You can use it on a worksheet that you're making for your class, but you cannot use it to put in products that you're going to sell. So that's what that means. And it's really important, because if you're violating someone's copyright, you can get in a lot of trouble. So don't violate the terms of use, and make sure that you also have a terms of use. My last one is that there are people to help you. Now I know that I just said that we didn't have enough help, but there are things that help you. So on Teachers Pay Teachers, there's a sellers forum that does help a lot. There are some videos here on YouTube that talk about Teachers Pay Teachers. There are articles I found on Pinterest about Teachers Pay Teachers. There are also a lot of podcasts that talk about Teachers Pay Teachers and just teacherpreneurs in general. I forgot to write them down, so I don't have them in front of me, but I'll link some in the show notes so that if you are curious, then you can check those out. All right, so those are my 7 things that I learned in my first month of Teachers Pay Teachers. If you are a TPTer, please leave in the comments below what you learned in your first month of Teachers Pay Teachers, or what you have learned in your 200th month of Teachers Pay Teachers. Like, subscribe, and share so that we can get the word out to other people and to let me know that you have enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful week.